Code 4 wants driving Oregon CDL, Adam 817786, last of Kingery. And check license on the tractor will be Yellow Charles David Edward 000. Should come back to an 05 Kenworth.
Copy. Can you give me the DL again?
Oregon, Adam 817786, last of Kingery.
Yeah.
Copy.
Now this is for parking a commercial vehicle partially on the sidewalk like Ron Mass does every week. I've had to literally walk out into traffic to get around commercial rigs parked in front of Ron's on the sidewalk all the time. Matter of fact, I think I'll post some video for that.
Station 72709, your return on the driver.
Go ahead.
David Kingery, valid CDL, no want.
Copy that.
Well, we might as well just turn this into a video. It's Monday morning, the 6th. Beer virus supposedly going rampant, but boy, you don't see these police stopping their interaction with travelers. If there was a beer virus and these cops keep pulling people over that are traveling through our town, and then they go and have contact with somebody else and they put their hands on them or they hand them a traffic citation and a pen, kind of like Donald Trump and Nancy Pelosi up there laughing while all of us are supposed to wear masks and gloves and not travel and stay inside and all this crap. Well, we're back to sovereigns. These cops get so mad at the word sovereign. The only people that are sovereign out there seems to be your congressmen and your senators and your police. Who else gets to murder people every day? Every day, every 7 hours, an unarmed person is killed by a police officer. Every 7 hours, okay? Beer virus going around. Courts are still full. They're still having contact with people. Why are they not just sitting at the gas or sitting at the station instead of burning up fuel and spreading this beer virus that they're all talking about? Dude, you guys' logic always sucks. It doesn't matter whether it's the microcosm or the macrocosm. Doesn't matter whether it's the CIA or your local PD. They all seem to be sovereign and able to do whatever they want and very rarely get charged. But anyhow, the point is at least once a week, I have to walk around a mass truck parked on the sidewalk, blocking the sidewalk. So selective enforcement there. Don't mean to pick on any of the particular officer that's involved in this, but anyhow, let's throw in some gun rights here. I've been meaning to do that for a while. Now, if any of you guys remember back when they had that big bank robbery down in California and all the police said, oh, they had AR rifles or they had AKs. We have to have the same amount or equivalent firepower for us to be able to compete with the bank robbers. Well, now they're talking about all these drug dealers are going crazy, MS-13, La Raza, and all this stuff. And we got to step up the drugs coming in. Okay, well, if the police need AR rifles to compete with the criminals, doesn't the citizenry still have to deal with the criminals also? How about if China was to come over here like a Red Dawn scenario and drop off a bunch of paratroopers with AKs and 30-round clips. And poor grandpa that thinks he needs to defend his children and his grandchildren from the Chinese that are paratrooping in, he's got a 3-round clip. He's got his deer rifle. So anybody that sits there and tells you it doesn't matter who owns what guns, you can't own this, you can't own that, anything that a police officer can have and use, you should be able to too. Actually, more so. They have less rights than you. They're not supposed to use hollow point bullets, but they do. Banned by the Geneva Convention across the world. But no, your local police get to use hollow points. So they actually have less rights than you when it comes to gun rights. So anybody that tells you, or if you have a problem, please contact Reedsport Legal. If you have any gun charges, please contact me. People have the right to own the biggest thing they can afford to buy, the most rounds you can afford to buy. All why? Because the citizenry is the last defense against someone invading our country. And we need to have the applicable or equal equipment to that we are going to face if someone should ever come in here, another country. Let's use some common sense, people. Ooh, you can't have a gun without... you guys need to all look into making your own guns. Dude, you cannot be held... As long as you don't sell that gun, if it's for your family's personal protection and it doesn't change hands, it doesn't need a damn number on it. Neither does your homemade silencer. It doesn't need a number on it. If you're not going to sell it, if it's in a there we go, family trust. Any people out there got somebody that's not supposed to have a gun in the family? Put it in a family trust. And that way, in case of an emergency, everyone has access to that gun because it's part of the family trust. So, anyhow, back to clips, magazines, weapons. Oh, you can't own a .50 caliber. That's illegal. Why? Why do you pay a tax stamp to have a silencer? Why do you pay a tax stamp to have a .50 caliber? Why do you pay a tax stamp? Because in America, nothing is illegal or legal. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to pay. Do you want to pay for a right to own a .50 caliber? Sorry, no more reason than getting a marriage license or a driver's license. By the way, for all you Christians, and I don't dislike Christians, I consider myself one. I'm endowed by my Creator to be here and be as wise as a serpent, but as peaceful as a dove. I'm here to cause no harm. So that's my contract with my Creator. I can't decide who anybody else serves or whatever. But in my world, I am to do no harm. So what happens when these police officers every day pull people over, take their property, threaten them with guns, tasers? Back to the issue here about what we're going to do with the commercial truck. Okay, good job, officer. A warning. Now, I'm going to post this video, and I'm going to post it along with a mass towing, parking on... Now, somebody's going to say, oh, they're an emergency vehicle. Oh, they're an emergency vehicle. They get to park wherever they want, even on the sidewalk.
709.
I gather from your MDT that we may have two sets of dogs, or that the ones that we're responding to have gone at Decker Point.
Anyhow, light and love here, guys. If the beer virus is real, call City Hall and ask them why they're still pulling people over for traffic citations. Anyhow, by the way, don't forget, I've got a video coming out talking about how they've shown that the test kits are now contaminated to deliver the beer virus. I'll be uploading a video on that today. They got caught bigger than Dallas. Light and love, guys. Be strong in your own towns, and it's time to take back Gravity Falls, Reedsport, Oregon. Love you guys so much.